Hey everybody, I just wanted to give you a heads up on some of the things I'm doing. I'm going away on vacation for a couple weeks for my husband's birthday, so I won't be taping, and then we're putting our house back on the market, and I have to spring clean, so I'm not sure when's the next time I'm going to get a chance to videotape. But I haven't done much else on this blue outfit, but I have been trying to work on a bra for Alexi here. This is just a prototype. I'm nowhere near finished on how I want to have it done, but this is basically what I'm looking for. I'm probably going to add straps on some, and then some I'm going to leave strapless. And the reason why is because a lot of the blouses I'm making are spaghetti straps, and you don't want to have two straps at the same time unless you want that look. Anyway, this was, I took the bottom part of a t-shirt, and those little eye-shaped pads that I shaped up, I just hand sewed them onto the top of this bottom of the t-shirt. This is just basically, I was just trying to figure out what kind of shape I was trying to achieve. And then I just put a piece of elastic through here, and then I added on one of those old bathing suit clips that I took off of an old bathing suit. And that's how I ended up with this shape. But I'm going to show it to you on this other doll who's really concaved, and I'll show you what a difference this makes. It doesn't add, I mean, you can make these little pads as thick as you want, but you really just want to get that concave look away from the doll so that things will hang properly on her clothes. Her clothes will hang properly on her body. Another thing I noticed when I was doing these knits is, you know how you have those tags all over the doll here on the side? Most of the dolls have them. I cut mine off for Journey Girls, but I left them on the other dolls. But I made a big pair of underwear for her. I made a Fruit of the Looms, and I made them really high-waisted. And I made them pretty snug, and the reason I did that is so that I could take these tags and lay them flat against her body, and I won't have to worry about this bunching up in her clothes, because it was really noticeable in these knit shorts. But once you have a pair of underwear on like that, and they're pretty snug, that they'll hold, and it actually shapes her lower body too, where she's all nice and smooth through here, and it keeps those tags down and out of the way. So I think you don't have to have Fruit of the Loom. I think it'll work with anything, but that wide elastic and high-waisted really does help keep everything in the place it should be. So that's Alexi. This was the other doll I bought at the thrift store. This I haven't named her yet. And I put a picture of her on Pinterest in this outfit. But if you'll notice this doll, do you see how concave she is and how the clothes don't even hang right on her when they're on? So look what happens when I put a bra on this doll. And she's got that same, she's even got more of a concave effect than the Madame Alexander doll does. I don't know where these dolls came from, but it's the Unita company. So if I put the bra on her and put it down where she has that concave effect, so I'm actually building that up a little bit so she gets more shaped like a real, more realistic shape is what I'm trying to say. So when you put the blouse back on, it hangs more properly in the front. I mean, it doesn't add fullness to her chest area, it just shapes it so that things hang more correctly, like they would on a normal doll. A normal girl. See how she doesn't look as broad through the shoulders now? It just makes everything look more realistic and more natural. I like it. I like that effect. So I'm going to make her a set of bras, and I'll make the Madame Alexander a set of bras. She had, when I got her, she had really light pink lips, and I just couldn't take them. They were just like, I don't know, just terrible. So I painted her lips, and then I coated them with varnish, and I also had painted her eyebrows and her eyelashes, and I coated those with varnish, and I didn't like them. So I thought, how am I ever going to get these off? So I just used my thumbnail, and I was able to scrape off all that paint. This is just Anita's, like, what is it, Apple Barrel, there's Anita's, there's Delta Cream Coat, all of those are plain acrylic paints. That's what I used. And I was able to just take my my nail, and just scrape that paint off. It didn't leave any residue. So this is the doll I'm going to work on as far as practicing my painting techniques. But I got her eyebrows a little dark, but I didn't have enough to lighten them up. So I'm going to get something to give her more light color with her blonde hair. And I might change her lip color to be a little less bright. But I also painted her teeth too. So if you just want to practice on your dolls. But this is nice to know, because if you want to, like those monster dolls, how they have designs on their faces and things, you can do that to this doll, and you'll know that it just washes right off, or you can scrape the paint right off, and you don't have to worry about it being permanent. But anyway, that's, I haven't named her. I don't know what I'm going to call her. But that's that doll. Okay, so here's Kelsey. I finished that Curves t-shirt. So remember how I skipped a stitch down here? I just took a needle and thread and added in those couple of zigzags, so it's not so noticeable. So you barely notice it, so I didn't even bother taking out that whole seam. So I just hand stitched those together. I made another pair of these shorts. On these, this is the regular same t-shirt fabric. I just used a yellow thread to match the curve color here. And instead of doing this at 0.4 for length of the stitch, I set it at 0.6, and I ran this through 3 times. And by running it through 3 times, it went a lot faster, and I got, I think, a more even coverage. And I think I also got a little bit more extra curl by doing it at 0.6. And I like it better. It curls better all the way around. So you might want to give that a try. The only thing you have to know is if you're going to go over it, you just have to make sure that you always make sure it's up against that bar, so in the same location as the previous one. And you shouldn't have any problems. In fact, I like this technique better than doing it in one shot. I like doing it over multiple times. And also, when you go over it multiple times, if you have a bare spot, you can actually, grab that fabric and make it stop, so you can fill it in even better. So that was the Curves t-shirt and outfit. Okay, last was, I haven't finished this one. This was just a sample that I did in the video. I did finish these underwear for Dana, and that's that other pair of Ladybug knit, and they turned out really, really cute. I just love this pattern. And I was thinking this would be so cute as a baby doll. So I'm not going to use the black, of course, but I'm going to see if I can find some of this aqua green, or even the yellow. I think would be cute on here. And I'm going to cut the black off and re-sew this, but I'm also going to even this out, and I'm going to do this lettuce leaf on top and bottom, and then I can come around and make that, put some elastic here. So when you see this, you'll have the lettuce leaf here, you'll have the lettuce leaf here, and then I'll just put in a strap of elastic here, and then probably some Velcro in the back, and make her a pair of baby dolls. I think that would be a really cute outfit. Also, this top layer, if you want, you can slant it down, and you can put the lettuce leaf on a slant and have it that way. The bottom with the slant, both, I think would be really adorable. So anyway, that's something I'm going to work on when I get a chance. But anyway, like I said, I'm going to be gone on vacation, so it's not that I'm going to quit recording. I will be back. I know some of you wonder when I don't record for a while if I'm going to stop. I don't have any intention of it, but I'm just, the house, vacation, everything all at once. Taxes are coming up, but I will be back as soon as I can. Okay, and I'll try to keep answering my email, except for that 2-week period we're gone. But I'll talk to you later, so have a good one. Bye.